Hey friend, you want that belly rub? You want that head scratch? You want that belly rub? You want that head scratch? You want that belly rub? You want that head scratch? Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Asia and I'm in the garden today on this lovely spring day, about to get some tomatoes planted. I have 3 varieties: pork chop tomato, giant crimson, and black prince. Those are the 3 that I'll be growing. And then I guess next I'll show you my hydroponic setup, and then I'm starting new seeds. Alright, so I have to start this off by taking my seedlings and then gently pulling them apart so that instead of a clump of 3 or 4, I have individuals. So watch this. Yep, so I'm just gonna gently spread those apart. It helps if your rock wool or your soil is a little moist. So let's do that again. And again, the point is to gently tear it apart without harming the root system. Check that out. So now we have 3 that I could plant in the raised beds behind me. So I will plant them in the soil all the way up to the lowest leaves. I'm planting them with the rock wool still attached because it's okay to do that. And then I will give this whole raised bed a nice watering once I'm done planting them. Say hi, Zoe. They're just kids. So you're looking at a few onions that are already planted, and you can notice some lettuce and arugula. Those volunteered, and I'm so happy that they did. There's more here in another bed and just all around the garden. So yeah, I'm getting lettuce too. All right, here's a quick look at the hydroponics. These are all tomatoes. So I started these maybe a week prior, and those roots, as you can see, tiny roots are starting to form. Okay, so this is about a week later. Look at the size of these now, and look at the length on those roots. Look at that. And it rained, so a little bit of water got added to this. So that means I'll just probably have to remove some because I don't want it sitting so high. Anyway, that's the update. Okay, now I want to show y'all how I've been growing my little seedlings. So this is a seed tray that my husband 3D printed, and they each come with individual devices that you can fold and insert into each cell. And when it's time to pluck them out, you could just do that by pulling it out. And it's really that simple. So I'm going to go ahead and try a new recommended technique by someone who made a comment in an earlier video. This person explained that a better way and a more efficient way to start seeds is using perlite and giving them a nice spritz. He did say that it's best to put them in 2-ounce containers, but I didn't have any of those, so I'm just using what I have here. I'm also using mason jars with the same technique, the perlite technique. And now I am back in the garage checking on those said seeds. This is my spray bottle to keep moisture inside of these plastic containers. Now let's check out what we have growing inside of here. This container has very small cantaloupe seedlings, and as you can see, those roots have already began. So I'm putting them back on that mat so that those roots can penetrate a bit deeply and get those seedlings going. I have the same thing happening in this tinier mason jar. These are alyssum seeds. These are not vegetables. These are going to be decorative for the front yard. Next, we are looking at more cantaloupe seeds, except the difference is how I started the seeds. I started these seeds the same method as before, putting them in these mason jars and giving them access to water. So as you can see, they are just beginning to germinate. Those roots are very tiny and they're a lot smaller than the ones growing in perlite. So 1 point to the perlite. Now let's check out the 3D printed seed tray and see what's going on there. These seedlings are just starting to germinate and it's kind of uneven in the way that they are beginning. So if we were to review, I would say out of all of these, the perlite and the medium-sized plastic container is going to be my best bet. So thank you very much to the person who left the comment. That's going to save me so much time and so many more resources. Growing in perlite is, I feel like I could reuse perlite if I give it a nice rinse. That's not the same with soil. That's kind of the same if I'm growing in a mason jar. But yeah, super happy with that, and I'm going to go forward with growing in perlite from now on. Check out this cat. This is a neighborhood cat, and she comes and visits and offers me, belly rubs, I guess, as you see. The dogs don't quite love her, but I feel like this is a safe little space for her. She comes and visits every morning, and I just let her hang out. Speaking of the dogs, here they are. As this video wraps up, I just want to say thanks for watching and bye.